Hey guys, it's Miss Simpson and it is time for math today. So I want to review with you how we not only find the measurement of angles, but also how we name angles. So I am going to show you this angle right here. So this angle right here, it's not perfectly a right angle. It looks like it, but it's close, but it's not perfectly a right angle. And it is split into two different angles. This angle is 27 degrees, and this angle is 55 degrees. So now when we measure angles, or not measure angles, when we name angles, they tell you the name of the points at the end of the angle. And that is how the angles have a name. So this one is 55, 27, but we have angle JKL. So angle JKL would be this yellow one right here. This angle right here in red would be LKM. And the whole entire angle would be this brown angle, LJKM. So within this angle, there are three different angles. The big kahuna, and I said that in our last video, the big kahuna, and then we have the tiny pieces. So if they asked you to find the measurement of angle JKM, that's the big kahuna. That's the brown big kahuna. How would I find the measure of angle JKM? Well, if you're given this, we always put it into a strip diagram. So we don't know the whole. We don't know the big kahuna. We can't do that. But we do know it's split into two pieces. Piece number one is 55 degrees. Piece number two is 27 degrees. So in order to find the big kahuna, what am I going to do? I am going to add, because on a strip diagram, if it's right next to each other, that means you're adding. So 55 plus 27. So 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 5, 6, 7, 82 degrees. So sometimes they even ask you to find the question or the equation. So when I do the equation, I would literally just do the work. An equation just means the work. So that is 55 plus 27 equals, and I'm going to put the answers. Sometimes, like on your worksheet yesterday, it just has like a blank or it just has a question mark. It might have letters. It might have the angle. It depends on what the question is, but the equation is just your work. So I want you to do this one on your own. So I want you to pause the video right now. Well, not right now. I want you to get out a piece of paper, and I want you to draw this with me. So this is angle KLN, and this is the ray that is M. This is 19 degrees, and this is 93 degrees. I want you to find the measure of angle KLN, and I also want you to write the equation that goes with it. So right now, pause the video and solve that for me. All right, so you should have unpaused and you should have come up with, I don't know the big kahuna, but I do know I have 93 and 19. I've got two different ones. So I know that if they're right next to each other, they would be adding 93 plus 19. So if I do 93 plus 19, I get 112 degrees. Does that look reasonable? Does that maybe look about 112 degrees of the big kahuna? Yeah, it looks pretty close to 112 degrees. So I think that I am right. If ever you don't think you're right, check your answer. So now let's do one that doesn't give you the big kahuna. So let's try this one right here. All right. So on your paper, I want you to draw this one right here. This tiny is 25 degrees. We don't know what this one is, but the big kahuna is 113 degrees. So this is K, M, N, and this right here is L. So I want you to find the measure of angle M, L, N. And I also want you to write an equation that goes with it. Now, I know I haven't gone over these today, and you might not remember from yesterday, but I just want you to pause the video and try, and let's see if you remember from yesterday. Okay, so here is what you do. You take your strip diagram and you fill it in. So there are two parts at the bottom because there are two angles. The big kahuna is 113 and one piece of it is 25. So you know if they're on top of each other, you're going to subtract. So you should have done 113 minus 25. And I'm going to do the math up here. 8. So I got 88 degrees for the whole big kahuna. Now, is this an acute angle? Is KLN an acute angle? Yeah, it's an acute angle. So does 88 degrees make sense? Yeah, it makes sense. Okay, let's do this one. On your paper, I want you to draw this one. So this is B, this is C, this is E, and this is D. This angle, we don't know, but we do know this is 53 degrees, and the big kahuna is 85 degrees. So I want you to find the measure of angle CDE. I also want you to write the equation for that angle. So you are trying to find this little tiny angle right here. So go ahead, pause the video, and figure out the answer to that, and then we'll check your answer. So here's what I would do. I would make my strip diagram, and I would split it in half. So my big kahuna is 85 degrees. I know one piece of it is 53. So if they're on top of each other, you're going to subtract. So 85 minus 53 is 32 degrees. So I know that the angle is 32 degrees. All right, so I want to take a look. That is just a quick review over joining and separating angles. So sometimes you're going to have to find little pieces of the angle when you're given the big kahuna, and sometimes you're going to have to find the big kahuna, the whole big angle. So let's take a look at what your assignment is today. You are going to work on something called a fast focus math. Now, we are going to be doing fast focus for the next several days, but there is either 1 or 2 pages. I don't remember if I put both of them in there. I think that I did. But these are put into word. It's the same thing I just taught you, but it's put in a word problem form. So let's look at this one. It says in each answer choice, angle W is 85 degrees. So angle W means the whole big kahuna. So in which answer choice is angle Z equal to 53? So they're just doing things a little bit backwards. They are giving you, and I'm going to write this off to the side because I don't want to write on this paper, but they gave you 85, right? And that's the big kahuna. So what I would go through, and they're telling you, if angle Z is 53, go through and say, okay, well, if I add or subtract 33 from 85, am I going to get 53? Well, on A, I wouldn't. So now try the next one. If angle Z is 53, here, I can do it in pencil. If angle Z is 53, if I add those together, is it going to give me 85? So 53 plus 32. That one does. If angle Z is 53, is 53 plus 49 going to give me the big kahuna? All right, so that's number 1. Number 2, it says angles A and B are 180 degrees combined. What is the measure of angle B? So it's telling you if angle A is 17. So you should be able to figure that one out. These are the same, joining and combining angles. If angle D and E equals 77, so all of it is 77. If angle D measures 53 degrees, what is the measure of angle E? You're just going to have to label it yourself. These are going to say which one shows you 70 degrees. What is the measure of this angle? And this, again, is you're going to find what's the measure of angle K. So if they're telling you that this is 90 degrees, What is the measure of angle K? And this all equals 160 degrees. And these are the same type of questions. So you just have to go through and really work on labeling what each of the angles are. So really pay attention to those word problems and what they are asking you. These are the kind of questions that you are going to see on the STAR test. All right, guys, I love y'all so much. Have fun doing this. I should have help time today. My computer is not fixed. I'm on a loaner computer. So if things look a little funky today, that's why. Or if they sound a little funky, that's why, because my computer is still not fixed. So I am hoping to be on help time today as long as everything goes as planned. All right. I love y'all so much. Have a great day.